Do you regret beefing with Alissa Violet?
Parents would get arrested, if they abuse their child, but you needed it, Jeff.
Sometimes I still need it, Mom. You're going down again this month. Have you apologized for all the crap you've done? Do you feel the need to? I think you're just like one of the guys,
So are you just saying all men don't have to apologize and women do? New scandal for you, woo!
On the corner, he was dealing in drugs. Got himself a barber's chair and gave awesome cuts. Now he's a podcaster. His life, he'll talk about it with us. And now it's Jeff FM.
Look at this hair. Look at this Rico Suave I got going on. Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you still in a relationship?
Yes.
With the same guy?
Say his name.
McCullough? How's that going? Good?
It is going good. I love you, Paige. Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Paige, if you decide to change your mind, just pop in. The mic's there. Steven's not here. None of my goons are here. Cody's not here.
Just honestly hurry back, and then if we're still going, just pop in then.
Yeah, I read the comments on Canceled. They love you. They want you there permanently, and I'll take you if Brooke won't allow you.
It's good for me to pivot and come on Jeff FM.
It's the OG show. It's like, it might not have as many views, but it's OG. It's underground.
It's my favorite.
It's like fucking Wu-Tang Clan of the podcast game. All right, screw the ads. We'll finish them later. We got the Princess Queen, Tana, here.
Hello.
She's been through the ringer this entire summer. You've been through it.
What we're not going to do here is make me any form of victim, but I am so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you, honestly.
Amazing. I really like this shirt.
Thank you. I feel good. I felt terrible this whole summer. I've had a really rough summer. You haven't done any episodes of Jeff FM this whole summer.
I know. You and I, our schedules have been like so opposite. Even right now, I was just in Vegas all weekend and you leave for Vegas in an hour. And I'm like, are you fucking... It's just... I was sad there for a second. I was like, I miss Jeff.
Yeah.
I really miss you.
I don't have any female friends. Only goons, criminals, scumbags,
It's because
thieves.
Do you think that I'm your female friend because I'm like the closest thing to like your boy?
Man, yeah. Yeah, you do bad stuff.
I leave for tour tomorrow. I want you to know how important this was to me. I canceled so many things today. I was supposed to shoot a magazine cover, and I told them to fly to New York and shoot it.
For you.
So I could do Jeff FM. It was a nice thing.
Who even buys magazines anymore? Yeah.
At all.
So you'll get more views. Just post an Instagram with me. You'll get more views on it.
You're not wrong. I'm happy to be here. It was a nice thing. It was saying that I was rescheduling things because of how important this was to me to make this. But
look, I got tours coming up too, and I'm here.
See, why are we competing? I think we're cross promoting
because we have the same manager now. And shout out to, should we say her name or no?
Of course.
Brittany.
She is the best person alive.
Yeah.
I was just on the phone with her actually.
She pressured me into it, and I was so nervous, but I think I hit my head so hard that I'm like stupid enough now to not care about being nervous to do shows.
She's also like, just like, it's awesome to have a manager who's so professional and like not emotional, because I feel like it balances out our like mania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I posted a picture.
I'll call her and be like, I want to start a lava lamp brand, and she's like, go film the fucking podcast. Like,
we
it's
should
nice
start a lava lamp brand.
That'd be kind of sick.
That'd fucking
Here
kill.
I go again with business ventures.
China. We'll get them done for cheap.
China. Did you watch the debate last night?
Yeah, I mean, I caught the end of it. There were some funny things that I'm gonna miss if he doesn't win. Not saying, look, I don't support anyone. I hate everyone. But if our president is up there saying, the Haitians are stealing our pets and they're eating our pets,
eating cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Which I've been seeing all these fucking TikToks that are so funny of people like showing their cats and dogs like scared to that sound. I've been dying.
Yeah, I felt like that's
all I know is I just can't imagine a world where I could not get an abortion. I was up late thinking, because think about me. You know what I mean?
We'll get you an abortion under the table.
Yeah, I will have a coat hanger up there where the sun doesn't shine so motherfucking
Cody will get
fast.
you an abortion easy.
Oh my God, I bet he knows 8 guys in like a weird club somewhere.
He'll probably start doing them himself if that happens.
He definitely would. I really hope that doesn't happen.
He said that like women are trying to kill their babies when they are born after they come out.
Yes, and you know that I've been seeing that. Like, you know those TikTokers who like go talk to MAGA fans and they like punk them?
Yeah.
Like that's a common theme across so many Trump fans saying like, you can kill babies after they're born. I'm like, what do you mean? There's like a Ted Bundy law we don't know about? Like, no, what?
Why would you wait that long?
I would do it. If that was the case, I'd be like, you know what? Eat that shit. Like, what the foster care system? Don't get me started. It's just
You're going down again this month. You just. Are you even?
I would kill a newborn baby. I would actually like to retract that, apologize for that, and say that I was joking.
Have you apologized for all the crap you've done over the past that you've done over the past month? Do you feel the need to? I think you're just like one of the guys. You know.
I mean, So are you just saying all men don't have to apologize and women do? New scandal for you. Woo!
We're about to, well, let's get back to the presidency debate. That people want to hear it from us. That's who they really want to hear about politics from, us.
And I've always said that.
Yeah. So,
I'm like sat up for this. Like normally I'm like fucking, like I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like I do like the memes that come from it. Like it is super funny, but for like I think they're all puppets anyway. Like I don't think they really do have much to do, but like they don't have much pull. Like it's ran from people behind the scenes. But
this is interesting though. We don't want
entertainment like that from the guy that's running the free world.
Yeah,
we want to hear entertainment like that from Tana's vagina. We want to hear.
I have a lot of entertainment coming from that right now.
Is it okay? I
think I broke it, but we can get into that. I guess. No, I don't have an infection. Why do you always have to go to infections?
It's just the first thing that came to mind.
It's fair. I mean,
I got Mexican antibiotics that I brought over the border.
Am I gonna get a fucking word in over here, bathroom boys? What do y'all think?
You've been gone too long. I've been doing this show by myself. Yeah, I got Mexican antibiotics, of course.
For what? I just
bought them. No, I don't know.
Just to have.
For a rainy day, yeah.
And you interrupted me to say that?
Your vagina's infected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a random sentiment.
What's wrong? Because they're Mexican,
no,
they're not good enough?
Isn't infected. I just want to go on record and say once again, no infections, clean slate, no waffle.
Take it away.
No,
take it away.
Take it away. Oh, I don't have headphones on. See, I don't even remember things around here anymore.
What the fuck? You missed all the hilarious things they were doing. China.
Oh my God, no. What if this imprints my blowout? I'll be so upset.
Cancel the tour. So
it's a hard statement on my story. We're gonna actually have to cancel the tour. My hair's a little fucked up.
So I'm coming to your New York show.
Please.
We're gonna do a little bit up there to practice because I have no idea what we're gonna do for JFFM Live. And
it's gonna be so fun though. It's so life changing. I'm so proud of you for finally pulling the trigger on it. Like. Even right now, like I get so nervous before leaving, and it's a big commitment, and it is a really consistent routine, which we're used to doing whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want, and it's scary, but it's also
Cody got a small dick. That's the show.
That's what we're gonna avoid this round. Not sure actually how we're gonna avoid the shows getting leaked this round, but I'll figure it out when I get out there. Kids, kids was
what's
crazy.
gonna happen with me if I go up there? Are you gonna pull some shit like that on me? Like, we want to bring out Jeff. Oh, Jeff, come on out here.
That's what you think this is? Do you remember that you are the man, like, with the Barbershop where, like, you'd bring out, like, a Jake Paul on an episode back in the day? Like, my tour isn't punked. I'm not Ashton Kutcher. Like, we sit and we talk with our friends.
But we're going to get into stuff that I don't talk about.
Yeah.
Because I want to give something different than what we give here.
I think that's
you're really good at that. You and Brooke are really good at that.
I think that's the whole appeal to the live show, I guess. Obviously, like, if, like... I love watching Theo Von. If I went and watched a Theo Von live and he did the same thing that he does like online, I would still enjoy it. But I think a lot of the appeal for like ticket sales and shit is like, hey, come hear something you wouldn't hear online. But then you get too comfortable, and shit just starts flying, and and
somebody pops a phone out or something.
It's a tightrope for sure. Finding that balance between stuff people don't get, but stuff that you wouldn't end your own life if it came out all over TikTok.
Yeah,
I've yet to find the balance, but.
Yeah, I
digress.
I'm gonna dive into some stuff that I
also feel like you're always like so segmenty, and like Jeff FM has so many segments. You have so many side characters, like so many. Your show, like you have so much more wiggle room for creativity in that regard. Like if you had a weather segment in the middle of your show, if you had this,
we're
like, which anal story do we use this week? Like you've got a little more.
Yeah.
Creative.
I got more people to lean on as a crutch, And
like segments that are already on your show. Like, you know what I mean? Like Cancel doesn't really do segments.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, we got a couple segments planned today. It is 9/11, so we are gonna be having a call from my mother. We got an interview.
Jeff Whittick.
Check in with her, see how she's doing.
I can't wait to talk to her, and I love her. Not that it is anything to be celebrated. I was just thinking about how obviously we've been together on a lot of them, and I do love you.
Going? Are we blazing through this episode?
She's still getting ready.
She's like, am I gonna be featured on camera?
I love your mom so much, and you're so fucking mean to her. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna be mean about 9/11 today. We already tried that and went bad.
I don't think you should actually ever be mean to anyone about 9/11. Just if I had to guess, it's like maybe like
it's how we cope. Okay, it was a tough day for me. I was personally affected. I thought, so if anybody has something to say, you don't know shit. Your mother wasn't in the building. You didn't see it on fire and hear that she was dead.
That's true. I guess being personally affected allows for some more leeway. I was in Las Vegas. I was 3. I told you I remember the day though, but you don't believe me.
You don't remember. There's no way that you remember. 3 years old.
Or wait, no, I was 2. No, I was 3. Yeah, no, the walls were green. I remember
that's
it.
Such a fucking stupid memory that's all you remember is the walls were green.
I was in daycare, and the walls were green of the daycare, and it was playing on the TV. And then
I remember
I don't think I got picked up. I think like most of the kids got picked up, and but maybe I was just told this over time, and then you form like a false memory.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But also, I remember my first memory ever. Like, what's your first memory? How old were you? Do you remember it? I know, like, the crane thing, but,
That was, like, 4 years ago.
Yeah, but it could affect, like, your first
and
memory.
I barely remember it.
Your first memory is just the crane.
That's where my life restarted. I'm stunted from that moment. I do feel that sometimes.
I don't think
But let's not get into that. I do therapy for that.
Yeah. I don't think you're stunted.
Thank you. All right, real quick. Today's episode is sponsored by Ibotta. Sandal, sunscreen, snacks for the kids. What do these have in common? You're probably buying a ton again this summer, but don't stress about the cost. Use Ibotta to get cash back on all your purchases when you stock up on all your summer essentials. Ibotta is a free app that lets you earn cash back every time you shop. Earn on hundreds of items from groceries to beauty supplies, even toys, so you can make sure you're beating inflation no matter what you're purchasing. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year. That could cover the cost of the entire shopping trip. That flight you've been eyeing, that fancy dinner you've been craving. Other apps give you points that don't do about too much, but with Ibotta, you earn cash back that you can withdraw to your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. Simply add offers in the app, upload your receipt, and voila! The money is yours. You could save over 2,400 brands and shop over 1,000 retailers, including your favorite grocery stores, Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. It's time you joined over 50 million users who use Ibotta to earn cash back every time they shop. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 just for trying Ibotta by using the code JeffFM. When you register, just go to the App Store or Google Play and download the free Ibotta app to start earning cash back and use code JeffFM. That's IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store and use code JeffFM. Thank you, Ibotta, for sponsoring the show. Now let's get back on with it.
Your mom is getting close to calling in.
Am I gonna be featured on camera? She no.
What's your first memory?
My first memory, I remember being by a pool, like a public pool, with my grandfather, and I was a little kid running by it, and I slipped, and hit my head.
It's funny, my first memory is in a hot tub.
And then a crane came out of nowhere
So
and
we have
blasted me into the...
Yeah, nothing in between.
Hey, Mom, happy 9/11.
Hi, Mom.
It is 23 years from the day all of our lives have changed. You look nice for the camera. Nice of you to get ready for the show.
Stop. I would do anything to be in that kitchen right now, eating whatever you cook, hanging out.
Mom, we were just talking about our earliest memories, and we were talking about our 9/11 memories. Tana believes that she remembers when she was 3 years old. I remember vividly because I was in school.
Because you were 43.
And my father worked nights, and he wasn't able to come pick me up because he slept through it. So while my mother's building was on fire and all the kids were left in school, I was like, when is somebody going to come pick me up? So I was, hanging with my boys.
Smart people.
And they were like, yo, your mom's dead. And I was like, what? No way. That can't be. Mom, are you crying?
Oh, you're muted, Maria.
Oh, you're muted.
I was wondering. I thought she was just observing her son say dumb shit.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to cut in. They were like, yo, son, your mom's dead. And I was like, nah, it can't be. It can't be. No, and I know she went to work that day.
How old were you, actually?
27? No, I was, 10, Mom? I was 10?
I think she's still muted. One sec.
Mom, you're muted, Mom. This is a terrible 9/11 interview. I was going to clickbait it, 9/11 interview, but it's like...
You're still going to clickbait at that. She could have not even called in, and that would still be the clickbait.
Yeah, she wasted all the time doing her
Can you
hair.
hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay,
All
good.
right, happy 9/11.
It's a day I wish I could forget. I wish I could pass this day over. Go from September 10th to the 12th.
Actually,
And we just drove past Shanksville, Pennsylvania. So that's where one of the planes went down too.
Shanksville. I
No
wish I grew
way.
up there. That's a hard neighborhood.
That's all you took from that? That is... I'll respond for Jeff. I don't understand, actually. I'll never be able to understand, but I can imagine it's probably one of the hardest feelings you've ever had to go through in your life. And that is what makes you a very noble, strong woman. And you're lucky to have
You're
that
the
as a
toughest
mother.
woman I know, Mom. You are.
Thank you.
You've been through hell, and part of that hell was because of
Absolutely.
me putting you through it. So
Yes.
you
Not
know,
going to lie about that. I'm not
yep,
going to argue, actually.
yep.
But
And
it was a tough day. It was 23 years ago. It's hard to believe. For a while I had survivor's guilt because I knew so many people that died that day. I saw so many people die. I saw people that I couldn't help, just waiting to be helped. But it was hard.
okay, Kyle, you could hit sound bites if you want throughout it.
Tell her you love her.
This is how we cope. That we have a weird, dark sense of humor. I love you, Mom, and I'm
You
grateful
didn't
you
run out
made
the
it.
building.
Uh,
Did.
Yeah, but
I love you too, Jeff. What,
Mom, it still affects me till this day. I don't know if you know that, but I never revealed this before, but my last relationship ended because of a 9/11 conversation. I don't know if I should...
How do you deal with him, Maria?
This is nuts, and I'm gonna put this out there as respectful as possible because the last girl I dated, she was the sweetest girl. You got along with her so well. She was too good for me. She was too smart for me. She pushed back on the stupid things I
Your
said. She
ideals
would
and
challenge me, and I thought I didn't like that about her, but our relationship was like the debate last night, like the presidential debate. I would say something
You were
stupid.
definitely Trump.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
would
boy.
just check me on it. And we went to see Dune, the movie Dune 2. She would call it June 2 because she's Australian. June. You do
June.
Yeah, June. And the bodies were falling in one of the early scenes, and I was like, oh, that's what my mom said it was like on 9/11. And then we got into talking about 9/11 in the movie theater, right into the first date. And
It's just like you're really not supposed to talk during movies. Oh my god! Have we ever seen a movie in theaters? I can't imagine that you shut up at all.
I try to joke around the whole time.
Oh my God.
In the movie, and right there, I brought up 9/11. Imagine me. I'm a terrible date.
Well,
I
listen,
bring
if
up
you think about
9/11.
it, you think about all the women that have had to deal with you. Whether it was her, whether
Yeah.
it's me, a friend in your life. Think about your mother.
Yeah, but she was
Three times
So,
the time.
Mom, she goes, well, what about the terrorists? Do you think they were born terrorists? Or you think they were made that way by the government? And now, in her defense, she grew up on the other side of the world. She wasn't personally affected by it. And I never thought of the terrorist point of view. So that was a big argument and a deal breaker. And that was partially, one of the reasons why I realized it wasn't going to work out. We got a big fight over it. I was like, how are you going pro 9/11 when I'm telling you that like my mom was in 9/11?
But do you think that just like your fear of intimacy and opening up might have just like allowed you to blame, like you blamed that one moment?
Yeah,
Wow.
probably. Yeah, I probably looked for an out.
I wasn't expecting that.
But it
on the
was-
side of the
Good.
terrorist, you mean she was trying to defend the terrorist?
That is like so
She was
crazy.
saying that like you're a product of your environment, which is true. you know, those kids weren't babies, and they're like, I want to be a terrorist when I grow up. You know, like they were inspired by people. And look,
maybe you have this conversation on September 12th, right? Like, just maybe.
Well, this is how I felt the night on the date. I'm like, this is the woman I'm supposed to like potentially consider spending the rest of my life with, and she's going pro 9/11. She's going pro Taliban. And I was like, look, this ain't gonna go.
I don't mean to laugh.
Nowhere, you know, like, let's end this conversation. And it didn't end, and we just kept fighting over it. And I was like, damn, nice, Kyle. Yeah, bomb drop. That was the end of the relationship. So
how old was he when he started saying shit that you just couldn't like control what came out of his mouth? Like, you were just like, was he like 10 and you were like, oh my God, this 10-year-old really just fucking said that?
No.
12, right?
He a very sweet child. He was really a cute kid, really sweet, sensitive. I don't know.
Gangster.
I think he started getting
angsty.
Yes, in junior high, which 11, 12 years old. He was, you know, when I would go to parent-teacher conference and they would tell me things, and I would be shocked because I never heard any other teacher say things negative about him.
Lies.
Went to junior high.
Lies.
I can't imagine, because like I just think about how out of pocket you are. I can't imagine trying to be her, because it's like you have to go in and like defend your kid, and they're like, Jeffrey hit the teacher in the face, and then
smoked a cigarette in class.
Yeah, and then told everyone to go fuck themselves. So what would you like to say? And then it's sweet Maria sitting there like, I don't know why he did that.
I don't know what got into me either, because I had stage fright. I didn't want to go in front of the class and present like my project, my homework, probably because I didn't do it, but I didn't want to go with, if like they called on me, I didn't want to read in front of the class, and then something just flipped, like a switch flipped, and then I was like, I became the Joker of like the class clown.
There's got to be a catalyst, a canon event, a moment but I've asked you this a million times, and you just say like something happened.
9/11.
Not funny. I'm so sorry.
How could you? She's right here.
I'm not. I was more laughing at the audacity of him.
But Mom, seriously though.
I remember one parent-teacher conference when it was high school, and I was getting, I guess the teachers were telling me a few negative things about you, and I'm trying to hold it in, and then I think you were with me too. And then, I'm saying, okay, I'll take care of it. I'll talk to him about it, whatever. And then we're walking in the hallway, and we found the stairwell, and we walked in the stairwell, and I remember I grabbed you and I held you up against the wall, and I think I was like yelling at you, but I held it in for so long, and I was trying to be nice to the teachers and respectful. And yes, I'll take care of. Oh, I'm sorry, he did that. And then I got in the hallway, and I just
finally let him have it.
I let him have it.
He should have taken a bat. She should have been.
She did hit me one time with the Mark McGuire power bat.
What's a Mark McGuire power bat?
It was this big blue bat that's like an air bubble on it, but it looks so much worse when you're getting hit with it because it's like an air bubble. But she whacked the crap out of me with this bat.
Yeah,
she was nuts. She was nuts too.
Well, I can't imagine one day my beautiful sweet baby boy is just the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I ask myself that question every day, Tana. What happened to him?
Chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
There's a beautiful heart of gold in there. Just a lot of fluff that comes out before it, and you're the most patient one of them all. Listen, everyone should take notes.
I love him to pieces.
There it is. That bat. Oh, it haunts me. That's when you found my report card hidden for like 2 months when I never showed you it. And
did you ever forge their signatures on the report
cards?
Hell
yeah.
I always do that too.
I did that.
Yeah.
But look, I'm a perfect example that you could turn your life around and you can be an inspiration. And now I'm
well, Maria, I just want to let you know that my thoughts and my heart and all my love is with you on this day. I know that a couple years ago we were together around this time, and I wish I could just give you a big hug because you always deserve it every day, but especially today.
Yeah, no, Mom, honestly, I don't know what I would have done if things went differently that day. I probably
I would be very
have
sad.
had a
I never-
career on SNL. Yeah, that's the stupid joke that I always tell. and
It
it's
was
stupid.
just because of Pete Davidson.
Yeah. No, that mom. I try to be wholesome, and then I just can't. I can't do
You
it.
just can't. Yeah,
No.
you have so much of your father's traits.
I know. I know.
I just can't imagine never having met you, and I guess so many people that do feel that way. That's actually really sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, Mom,
yeah, about 9/11. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You're a warrior. You're a great mother, and I'm blessed to have you.
she is.
I'm an old man too. You know, even though you guys
Yeah.
whacked me with all types of different bats.
Well, they were just preparing you for 20 years later. They just didn't know.
Yeah. That
I
one
had
time.
to be tough. I
Yeah.
had to be tough.
Yeah, you are
But
very tough. You are very tough.
Nowadays, I think parents would get arrested. You know, if they
Nah, it's
abuse their child, but you needed it, Jeff.
Sometimes I still need it, Mom.
Clip that.
Sometimes I wish you were still here.
I'm here to smack him if you ever need. Just send me a text and I'll right upside the head. Don't worry.
Okay, Tana, that's a deal.
I don't think he'll hit me back until like 10 years from now. And then like if we're off social media and there's less repercussions, he'll probably swing.
No,
one
I wouldn't
day.
hit her back. I can't. I'd get canceled.
He's
That's what I'm
good.
saying.
He's good. I hope
Unless
I
it was
brought
in
him
the
up
staircase. If it was in the staircase, nobody would see it.
Or maybe on 9/11.
On 9/11, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom. Well, we're all grateful you're still here, and you're an inspiration to
Thank you.
everybody. And don't
Thank
feel
you.
that survivor guilt. Everything's planned. Everything happens for a reason, and you're here for a reason. I needed you. I would be dead if you weren't here. I guarantee it. So, you know, that's crazy. Survivor guilt. I never knew that about you. That you had that. That's a crazy
yeah.
feeling.
It just happens because you saw so many bad things that day, and
Like, why am I still here?
afterwards too. You know, people just dying for no reason, and people wanting to be helped, and there's no way you could help them. You know, there were handicapped people in the stairwell, in wheelchairs, and there was no way
Do not make a stairwell joke right now.
I wasn't.
you could
I wasn't gonna.
get them down. Not even for the firemen. And you saw, you know, I saw firemen going up the stairs, and as I'm coming down, and you know, why are there's nothing that they could do. This is
Yeah.
terrible.
And it's
No.
just,
There's this,
I can't imagine like replaying so many scenarios of like what ifs in your head and the amount of people that probably feel that way.
You don't
know,
think it
what
was
if I
any
did this?
conspiracy theory, right? You think it was 100% the Taliban
terrorists. Yes.
terrorists. Okay.
So,
was-
and even for a long time, I would just sit in front of the TV, and your father was getting worried about me because I would just watch.
Yeah,
You know,
parents
the cleanup
love
and
watching the
everything
news.
about the attack, and your
And you
father
just
was
want to
getting
know
worried.
everything. I
That
can't
he actually
imagine.
took me into the city, and just to see, I had to see it for myself that the buildings were gone, and just, you know, what was left, and all the dust all over other buildings, and it was just hard to believe.
Yeah.
So for, you know, and I'd be
crazy.
thinking, I'd have to get something out of my desk, and wait a minute, my desk, I don't have a desk anymore. I'm not going to go back there. You know, I don't have an office anymore. I don't
Yeah.
have, everything's just gone.
And then you went right back and
So-
worked in the new building that they rebuilt.
That's awesome that you went back to work after that because I can't imagine the like PTSD and paranoia and like everything being different.
I didn't go back to the new building. I was working across the street from the new building, and I got to see the new building being built.
That's crazy. That's such a powerful sentiment that you still like step back up and, you know, faced all of that mental stuff and worked across the street. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw it every day.
It's really awesome
so-
that not only are you telling us this, but I think that so many other people who watch this episode will be mind blown. At least I am hearing all of this. It's crazy, very inspiring and empowering and interesting.
Yeah.
You have such
It's
an
just
interesting
weird.
story.
Just knowing that the plane was about 30 floors above me, I think it was. So,
Less. You were on 44th, and it hit at like 60, 70, right?
about
They should make a
70th and
movie on
above,
you,
yeah.
Mom, and
Because
get
the
Tana to
building
play
had
you.
110 stories.
I play her no way in hell. Jeff, you should take some time and maybe that's your next documentary right there.
Well, it's a little dated now.
Who cares? It's
They never made a good 9/11 movie. That's that. Like
her specific story is just so. You guys' story, your family story, is so interesting.
All right,
I
yeah.
could remember. Should I call your father and tell him I'm leaving work? But time, was of the essence. And I'm like, oh, I know. He's probably sleeping now. And then I'd have to hear for 5 minutes how I woke him up. And I'm I'd be like, you woke me up. I was sleeping and I just went to bed and blah,
That's
blah,
you.
blah. Meanwhile, the building's burning and, I have to run out. But
That's
so I never
literally
bothered
you.
to call him. What?
That's literally Jeff. Like, I know that if in some odd scenario I were in a similar situation and he were in a similar situation and I called him, that is exactly what would happen. I would call him after I got out. So good deductive reasoning there.
I'm in a building. It's on fire. I just fell asleep. God damn it.
What? What are you talking about?
It's hard for
I worked all night. I just came home and I went to sleep now. And now you woke me up.
You need
But
to play
my
all of
neighbors
this.
woke him up. My neighbors actually woke him up because they were trying to call and then they were banging on the door. So he finally got up and then they told him to put the TV on.
Oof.
But he didn't know what building I was in. He didn't know what floor I was on.
Yeah, there were no phones back then. Like I didn't have a cell phone. You didn't have a cell phone. And none of them worked anyway. So there was no way to get in touch with each other. Yeah, that's shocking,
I didn't
right?
why, like, in my mind was I just like, I immediately think about cell phones, but like that wasn't.
No, there were no cell
like
phones.
It was stand there and use the phone in there.
Building
and you
one
can't,
had Building 1 had the cell phone towers on top of it.
Yeah. Now it's all satellites, Mom. They just released a new Apple video. I watched it this morning where now there's service everywhere in the world. Everywhere is going to have Wi-Fi because it bounces off the satellites. That's so now, like, if say Tana's on a raft in Hawaii, like she gets kidnapped or something, she can now ding me, and I could go out there and save her from.
Yeah, he'll probably spend 10 minutes telling me how I woke him up, but maybe he'll come save me.
So yeah. But I love you, Mom. Thank you for calling in on this day. I'm sure you do doing tons of press and interviews. So you should
Thank you for thinking of me
I don't
today.
know why people don't.
You're people.
I guess I am a program, a big program. Yeah. Milking this.
I did get a few messages from people, that were nice, saying thinking of you today and all. And it made me feel good. So it's nice.
We're all thinking of you and the whole Jeff FM audience.
I think you're the best. I think you're a rock star and a superhero, and I can't wait to see you again. I'm going to be in New York soon. We'll come visit you.
Anytime you want. And I'd like to say hi to the Jeff FM audience, too. So thank you for your support.
And you have people like Mike Malak on this show.
I know. Never again. Mike's done. All
Maybe
right.
say never again.
Love you,
tomorrow.
Mom.
Okay, love you, too.
Talk to you
darling.
tomorrow, September 12th.
Okay.
And then we'll really joke around.
Okay. All right, bye.
I love her.
Make sure she's off there, Kyle, so we can really use it. Hard.
And she's gone.
All right, real quick. Today's episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. I'm pumped right now. We got the Jonas Brothers on tour right now. We got Drake, Beyonce, Travis Scott. Straight up! And SeatGeek puts all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you're getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. So look for the green dots. Green means good. Red means... And every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And SeatGeek is the only site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps. And I came through for you guys. Use my code Jeff for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code Jeff. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring the show. Now let's get back on with it.
Like I just can't believe you came out of the most wholesome human to exist. I fucking love her.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Like so many of those details. It's not awesome, obviously, but like her story is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've known. We spent a while ago, a couple years ago, with her around this time, and she told us a lot. But a lot of those like specific details are so interesting.
Yeah. Yo, Bible, we for real ate today. Oh. Look at when you were changing me into a fuck boy.
I was just gonna say, like, I need that.
9/11. And 22 years ago, you know who else had a big day?
The Taliban.
Paige. That was a...
Tomorrow we are going.
This is. Oh my God! Go.
Well,
because wasn't it like 3 a.m. in that clip?
Huh?
It was like 3 a.m. in that clip. Like I remember, I was like, oh my God, I really want to go to bed and like do my skincare and like, you know, that's actually why I'm not featured in the next clip at 10 a.m. because it was 3 a.m. and he wouldn't get out of my room.
Make some 9/11 jokes to ease the trauma, but Tana slept in. I can't believe it. I'll never forget.
Should have got out of my room.
I'll never forget this.
Saying just
It's like the funniest joke.
fuck. Were we funnier?
We were funnier. We're falling off.
I always think
well,
about
no, you're doing great. I'm falling off.
No. We're a duo.
Speaking of, well, we just hit 400K subs on the channel, so shout out to the success of Jeff FM. This show was never supposed to happen, but you know, sometimes you just get smacked by a piece of machinery and things change.
No.
As you can see, 9/11, my mother's life took a turn, and mine did too. And now we're here. We rebuild. We come back. We never forget, and we persevere. We push through.
I just love all this. We like you were in that goddamn building. Sorry, blasphemy. Immediate scandal.
You too.
That's you too. I was there too.
We were all there.
Yeah.
400K. So let's get to 500K before the end of the year. Otherwise, I'm gonna end my life.
Just blatantly threatening your audience is honestly a great marketing technique. I should get into that more.
Yeah. So smash that subscribe button. I never asked that once.
So I don't.
Yeah.
Smash that
otherwise,
trigger.
I won't. Otherwise, I'm gonna smash my brain.
Hit that subscribe button.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fuck, I have to pee so bad.
Do you want to take a piss break while
Let me so I can be so gorgeous and fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I got invited to Cirque du Soleil.
Have you ever seen that shit?
I don't want to see that. I'm going to the. Go piss.
You can do both.
Go pee. Go pee. Go pee. You want to talk about Cirque du Soleil? I'm not going. I
I'm so
declined it.
passionate about Las Vegas, Nevada. It's actually like insanely
I declined it. We're going to the Sphere. We're going to
fair.
the biggest combat sports event in history.
So much better. I would obviously choose the Sphere. But
It's two men locked in a cage inside of a sphere that's the biggest screen in the world, and I'm cutting guys' hair that are going to be fighting on it. So my haircuts are going to be on the biggest screen in the world.
it's actually sick as
So
fuck.
if I fuck up, it's
luck,
gonna
Yeah,
gonna
don't
be
fuck
bad. Yeah,
no
yeah.
coffee, no Celsius. You'll be shaking. Give him a fucking.
I might not even make it
lopsided
if we
fade.
go over on this podcast. So go piss
Making good
because
time so far.
it's gonna affect my. I'm cutting Diego Lopez. I'll start talking UFC real quick while you're peeing. That's perfect
That's
segment.
like so sexist. But okay.
But yeah, we're gonna see my boy Sugar Tim Welch.
I'm gonna go pee out of my vagina.
I'm gonna. It's better than out of your ass.
That's true. Maybe both.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm bringing Kyle. Got him the ticket for his birthday. Super great boss I am. Kyle number 2. Nick back there. You got to put in a little more work, my friend. But you can hang out in the hotel room and I'll buy you the pay-per-view on the TV.
That's all I need.
Yeah, and you can edit the stuff that we work on because that's why you're here. You got to earn your bones, you know? You got to earn your stripes, and you have 0 right now, but I believe in you, and I'm excited to see you grow. You should have saw Kyle when he first came in here. He was a little nerdy, fucking skinny, little, like, you know, he didn't have this cool guy attitude that he has now. Look at him, drinking that water, sitting in the number 1 chair, telling you what to do. He's got his own employee, basically.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's nice to have a new, fresh Kyle, and, you know, it reminds me of the old days. So hopefully you don't get corrupted by Kyle's attitude out there, hearing, you know, him getting tickets, and you just expect these things, because you got to put in work to earn these things. It's Kyle's tickets like $2,000 to go see.
Are you holding it over his head?
Yeah,
Was
of
that all
course.
I missed?
Yeah, those tickets are expensive. It's like a modern day Coliseum, you
Kyle,
know?
you should give Jeff his ticket back. I have someone who can give you a free one, and then you go with him as his equal.
Or I could give it to Kyle number 2 and then he could come.
Oh, shit.
Does Kyle number 2 have a name, or is it literally Kyle?
Nick.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
That's
The
all-
earphones did dent my blowout, so
I saw that when you came
I'm
in.
gonna need some compensation for that. But
All right,
it's gonna
I
be
can
all right.
fix it.
While I was peeing, I was thinking about the fact that you absolutely have to go to a Cirque du Soleil show at some point. I just feel like it like sexually will inspire you. A lot of the things I do sexually, I feel like are inspired by Cirque du Soleil.
Like the swings and stuff?
Yeah, you know,
Do you mess around with that freaky
not
stuff?
as much anymore. I broke my vagina seriously.
Or
Well, I was
Makoa?
Makoa broke my vagina. That's like kind of the point. But I'm out of office right now. I'm out of commission. I don't know myself anymore. I look in the mirror. I'm like,
What's
can't even bust it open today. What am I gonna do?
did it rip?
I don't know.
Did it? Oh man, what's this? I can only
Oh
imagine.
my God. I was hoping for just a peaceful day.
And so was I, but you know
Who
what?
is it?
Nakado avocado.
Is it
Nah,
actually? I would
imagine.
gag. I would gag. I have so much to say about that. Oh my God.
That's a fucking nut job, huh?
It's just one of the craziest fucking things I've ever seen.
Yeah. You think you just slammed Ozempic for like 2 months? Or you think you really planned it out and like
But don't you have to get skin grafting after something like that? I have so many theories. Is it AI?
no.
Is it like a face?
No way. Is this him? Is he really
No,
calling?
this is the video.
Oh, I thought we really had him calling in. I was like, what?
Ahead. 2 steps ahead.
That's a real joke.
I'm about to inject Ozempic, Wegovy, and Manjaro all at once and come back from this tour like on some Nikocado avocado shit.
Yeah.
Like
It's already been done though, so you got to do something different. Go the other way now. You should just come back from the tour 400 pounds.
That's actually more realistic with all the Buc-ee's and Crunchwraps
Yeah.
and hot dogs.
That's cool though. I like stuff like that, like crazy shit where you just like do a whole body transformation, but for YouTube, it's like
But to do it as a PR stunt like that, because do you know like the deep and serious lore? Like people, like he was like really rage baiting. Like people really hated him. They were like, you're killing yourself. Like you'd have to use like a CPAP machine just to breathe, just to like continue eating like this. Like it was like people were mad at like the health of it all. So like, do you know what I mean? So to then like,
yeah.
and to pre-film 2 years of content,
Like
to then
when you get canceled, you'll do anything to get out of
they're
it.
gonna say
right?
when you get cancer.
When you get I mean everybody gets
you know.
it. Yeah. But they'll have a cure by the time you're like
Imagine like all this
60.
stupid shit I do was just pre-filmed, and then I came back like as a nun tomorrow, but like I looked completely different. I'd been in like nun country. I don't know.
That's
what the
not
fuck
even
that
close
is.
to what he did. He did a whole body transformation. Yo, what the man? What's going on?
Man.
Look at that aura watch.
Hi, gorgeous girl, gorgeous princess.
Take care of
This
all
is
my
the
boys.
worst 9/11 ever.
What's a good 9/11? The first one?
I don't.
Maybe like early in the
Probably, like,
morning.
in year, I think from year.
I don't like those
0 to
jokes coming
year
from you because you're Middle Eastern, and
2000.
I take offense to that.
You have a good point about that whole year 0 to year 2000 thing. Like those were.
Those were fine 9/11. Nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah,
it
you
was
didn't
just
have to take
another
your
day.
shoes off at the airport. God damn it, they really
Yeah.
fucked
I
our
just
lives
found out
up.
that tickets used to be like paper, like until 9/11. God, I'm so fucking stupid. I set myself up for this shit.
Oh no shit!
But like
before
if I
they
didn't,
invent-
if he
Well,
didn't want to
before
go
everyone
on
had a
this,
smartphone, what the fuck?
but like come on, like you're telling me if he didn't want to go on his flight today, he could just give me a shit like an admit one raffle, and I could just walk
remember
on
in the
5
movies
minutes
when
before
like
with
you
a
were
cigarette?
chasing your girl
But
and
it
you
would still say Jeff Whittick on it, and they'd be like, "You're a woman."
No,
and
they
then you'd be
didn't
like,
care.
"I'm
They didn't
trans,"
care
and
about
they'd be like,
shit.
"We don't care right now."
you used to be able to smoke cigarettes on the plane.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you remember in the movies when
I'm
you would
actually 2
chase
weeks
your
on
girl if your
nicotine.
girl was leaving, you could run out the runway and like fall off the thing. What movie was that with Jim Carrey when he or Dumb and
Liar,
Dumber
liar.
or Liar Liar? He fell off the thing. Imagine you could get that far.
Yeah.
I can't even get past my gate if I'm 15 minutes before.
In Australia, they let you run up to the gate. So if you ever wanted to chase Little Miss,
Maybe one day I will. She was great, but
I will say every time I talk, I hear myself back, so I can't hear anything while I'm talking.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's almost how you operate in general. Sorry.
What'd she say? I also can't hear women.
Listen, Ryan.
So what are you doing today to honor
An illegal
this day?
immigrant ate my dog last night, and also our government funds trans operations in prisons. Our guys
on aliens.
tonight.
Yeah.
Well, if you get
It's all
locked
true.
up, what else are you gonna do? You know, if they offer you a surgery to go trans, I mean, like, what are you just gonna sit
It's
in your
all
cell?
fucked. I can't hear anything anymore.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you. This was the best
I'll
weather
go fuck
segment
myself. This
ever.
didn't work.
Oh my god.
Listen, we're coming back full throttle on this show. This is taking over. This is going to be the #1 male podcast in the world,
Male.
and I'll get fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm sad. I wanted that to work out.
It's all right. Tana, all the things that you did this summer were super cool, and I had a miserable summer. That's what's written down here. Tana went to Europe. She did the celebrity poker tour. She saved her channel from cancellation multiple times. She lost her tooth multiple times. I know. She got viral TikToks multiple times.
It kind of feels loose right now. You'd do anything for me to lose my fucking tooth on this show.
Right now on the show, yeah,
You
of
just
course.
deck me in the face.
We used to hit viral TikToks all the time.
I'm ready. Would you? We can.
I don't want to do the shit baiting shit again. Nobody's gonna believe it now.
I think that some of our content didn't. Our most viral TikTok was actually about this day.
Was it? Mm-hmm. No, I think it was when you had me lip sync something, and I killed it. I was like straight out of like.
Oh, and I was like shit
like a
faced in the
Netflix
Jersey
show.
Shore. It's
yeah,
one of
you
those.
were wasted, and I was like a perfect, like I was like Noah Beck.
You absolutely did. And the voice was very you know?
Yeah, I played into it real good. I could have been a Disney star if I didn't go down the wrong path and get arrested. And
But then if you were a Disney star, you probably would have then just gone down the wrong path and got arrested, right?
later on, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? God, I'm going to miss being drunk.
Are you going to go sober? Mm-hmm. When?
Tomorrow. I haven't been drinking like crazy. Like it's not like a crazy going sober process. I just like I cut out anything bad for tour. I like try to become my best because you just have to be on 10, like eating healthy, fucking getting good sleep.
Yeah,
I can't drink on tour. Some people can, but it's not for me.
I would spiral if I did anything. I thought about relapsing this summer so many times more than ever. Yeah, because I've just been under a lot of stress. I don't have like, to be real, I don't have like a lot of good inspirational friends around, and I know you could probably like relate.
I agree completely
because all your people work for you, and they'll tell you yes.
Well, not just
about
that,
everything.
like so. I mean, and this is because I don't surround myself with enough people who are recovered or in recovery. Like so many people, and I always talk about this, like are just born with the chemicals that allow them to not be substance abusers or addicts.
Yeah.
And that jealousy that you can't be like that and partake in that and join that, not even just for the fun, just like, fuck, I wish I could.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm learning more about moderation, but I still notice it's like a tightrope. You know what I mean? I still notice so many ways of that being like a coping mechanism that I want to run to and shit like that. And it's,
yeah.
and it is crazy that it like, at least for you, you're kind of saying that the feeling of wanting to relapse may never go away at certain times of your life.
Yeah.
And then it's like a forever battle.
It's in you forever. And I thought it would get better and easier over time. And it does a little bit, but your life just gets harder as you get older. Shit just starts hurting, you know, things just start to suck. And
well, and anything you suppress is still there.
Yeah.
Right?
I just want to, like, my family's on the East Coast, and I don't have the right people around me here, so I really am considering
You have
moving
great
back.
people around you here, but like you can also just acknowledge it's so hard to let go of LA. I get what you're saying completely because you move here with these certain dreams, and it was such a different place when we moved here as well, that I think at least I find myself always hunting for that feeling that I felt when I first moved here. And I don't know, as I get older, I'm realizing that like people also just associate leaving Los Angeles with defeat. They always have, you know, that like if you leave, but in reality now we live in such a place where content creation and what we do is so much more remote.
It could be done anywhere. And
it's not like we're like going and filming vlogs with 9 fuckers on Hollywood Boulevard.
none of that. I don't do any of that shit anymore. Half the people, like, I don't even want to bump into half the people around here because they're all like enemies now.
Completely.
You know, like they're all
Completely.
fake fucking.
You see, when you spend 10 years here, you see people's true colors so hard and
Yeah.
realize what you'll have if you have nothing. And it's
But
not a lot
I
of
did
shit
build
that's here.
my operation here, so I do have my boys here.
But
and-
moving it isn't the end of the world, and anyone who loves you will always be in your life.
Yeah. I am opening a barbershop in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking over that spot. That's gonna be really cool.
I think it's good as fuck to put your roots back where in a place that made you who you are.
Yeah.
I'm buying a house in Vegas. Like I feel the same way right now.
I want to do that too.
We could do both. Vegas and New York are great. At least we're not from. Let me not shit on cities I'm probably gonna have a show at in 4 days. But it's nice to be from hubs.
I would like to get a place in Vegas because I feel like it's just blowing up. Like it's really coming up. The Sphere, the stadiums, the WNBA team is crazy out there. Like I've been
value is
betting on
nuts.
WNBA.
Wow, you do
I've
love
been
women.
watching-
Your sandwich is almost done in the oven. Sorry. Get Mike back. Get this slut out.
No, but that's another thing I like Mike for is like, you know, a lot of people hate on him, give him shit, but he has been through it. He does understand addiction, and it's good to surround yourself with sober people. If you want to
100%
stay
that will-
sober, it makes it a lot easier.
So
and that's
much.
why when we tour together, we are going to be having fucking green juices and LaCroix back there. That's
absolutely.
it. No fun allowed.
Absolutely. And just raw dogging panic attacks. Raw dogging panic
I've been
attacks.
getting panic
I'm gonna raw
attacks
dog.
this whole summer. Because I've been dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of stuff I can't talk about. My lawyers told me you just take the rest of the year off, and I seriously considered it. I was like, you know, but if I do give up, then I'm just giving up for good, pretty
But
much.
don't think that, you know, it sucks always to feel silenced, right? To feel like I'm not allowed to talk about something. It's the worst feeling in the world, in my opinion. But if there's like a greater good and an end goal, don't think that's giving up. You know, like you're doing it for a greater good and an end goal for you and your future.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok. You commented on it. I know you saw it too, but just of someone else saying, like, if I were Jeff Wittick, I would never shut the fuck up about this shit either, and the fact that anyone could ever say different. And I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, I would never shut the fuck up about it. But at the same time, like, you are just so much more than that. So hone in on that right now. You know, like, utilize this time to. It's not like you're unfunny and need that. It's not like you need, you know what I mean? Sympathy's always
Yeah.
nice and
Yeah.
stuff, and awareness is great and stuff. But like,
You want to see my text messages with Andrew Schultz?
oh, I forgot you were beefing with him. We
Yeah.
have had a wild.
He's a punk. He
Little
fucking
summer.
backtracks so quick.
Were you feeling flagrant?
I was feeling real flagrant. I mean,
Sorry, my jokes are mid, guys. I'm getting back in the Jeff FM. I got to get the Jeff effect back on me. That makes me offensive again.
I'm gonna airdrop it to you. I want you to read it, or should I give it to you, Kyle?
Sure.
Oh, we're like, you want to read it on the show?
I mean, fuck it. Who cares? He didn't respond. He said his shit, and I guess he thought like
What happened? Like, was he telling you to like stop talking about this?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. So I was like, this is ridiculous that this guy would say this. And then I looked more into him and I realized like, oh, he's just a fucking dumbass and he just rambles about shit. And, you know, I went to his stand-up show and he was good. I thought he was really talented. He did like, he did a show in Manchester and he did it like he switched a lot of things up and wrote jokes specifically for that show in that city. I thought that was cool. And, you know, I did his boys podcast, one of the guys on the show. So I was like, I felt very, you know, like, damn, this motherfucker really took shots at me. So I was a little shocked by it.
With further research, did you feel like it was more of him just trying to make a joke that didn't like settle right
No, it
with
wasn't
you?
funny. It wasn't a joke at all. He just started saying like, when's that guy gonna shut the fuck up about it? You know, like, is he blind or what? Like, you know, rappers that go blind you don't know why or whatever. I'm like, this motherfucker is not even telling jokes.
He just put you in like the
he's
Fetty
just
Wap bucket
straight up-
and called it a day.
Yeah, he was just coming at me. So I was,
Damn, you should cover
And
that Fetty Wap song. Yeah, baby.
yeah.
Sorry. Please continue.
I just get heated thinking about it
Yeah.
because, you know, I did respect him, but hearing one of your peers just go off on you like that, it was very weird. I was like, is this guy trying to be friends with, you know, my enemy or something? Is he trying to like meet ride? I had no idea. But then
Yeah.
I realized when I finally texted him, did you get it, Kyle?
It's still downloading.
You know, your ops were in my dream last night.
Yeah.
I called them dick riders in my dream randomly before I came here today.
Did you?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Literally randomly. It was a whole dream, but what was I going to say? Do you think that you and Andrew Schultz could ever work it out on the remix?
He wanted me to do his podcast about it. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. You know, this is not a playful,
joke or
it's not a playful beef. You
But
know,
maybe
you said
go
some
on and
shit.
say that. He has a huge audience that honestly could leave educated more on your side.
I don't know if I'd be able to. Oh, fuck, it failed.
Do you know what Work It Out on the Remix comes from?
No.
Let me know when you're ready, because I want to talk about this. It's important.
This is embarrassing.
Watching you try to figure out AirDrop across several Apple devices definitely hurts my feelings, but
No,
it's
but,
okay.
but reading the text now that I sent to him are embarrassing on my part too, because I say fucking crazy shit. My mother was right. I put her through hell. Kyle,
Well, maybe you
10
guys
seconds.
can work it out on the remix.
What does that mean?
Thank you for asking. Do you know who Charlie XCX is?
Yeah.
So her and Lord, I think they had some problems, and then they worked out their problems on a remix of a song. They worked it out on the remix. Charlie XCX is the creator, obviously, of Brat Summer. What does Brat Summer mean to you? Can you describe your Brat
Like
Summer?
those brat dolls?
You know, I'm not against that being like kind of the vibe. If you could just
Did you
describe,
get it, Kyle? It's already embarrassing right off the bat.
if you could just describe your Brat Summer in 3 words for me, it's really important before I go. Can you describe your Brat Summer in 3 words to me?
It's just like white girl summer.
No, but your specific, like it can be personal to you.
Just like spring break.
No, but like Jeff Wittick's Brat Summer, like let's see, look, it's important.
I have no idea what this is.
Well, if you could just try to describe your Brat Summer in 3 words. I'm so sorry. I feel like every viewer's clicking off. This is for the girls. You know.
Brat summer is where you just go wild. You get pregnant, you have an abortion, you fucking you got fucking those stickers that Paige had on her face.
You have
like
star face, pimple patches.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get pregnant,
you get a
an
tattoo,
abortion, and you have a star
like
face.
a wild random tattoo
Okay.
of like cherries or some shit on your ass.
Ooh, that's good. More Delana Rhodes.
Oh yeah, she does have that. I only know
hurts.
from how do I know that? I don't even.
Yeah, I would love to actually see you tell us how you know that.
So what's your Brat summer?
My Brat Summer for me was definitely vaping, Europe, and Do Not Disturb.
Okay, that's.
Does that give you a little more?
Yeah, I've been on.
insight?
I was on Do Not Disturb pretty much this whole summer. I just didn't want to be bothered. I was going through a lot.
So that's a part of your Brat Summer.
Yeah, I had a real Brat summer, I guess.
But now we need kind of a new thing for the fall. Oh, wow. Yo, it's your worst nightmare. Jeff Wittick.
This is so embarrassing.
It was easy to get your number.
To get from Mike.
I got it from Mike.
And it wasn't Mike, if that's what you're thinking. Damn, you got him there.
I know. I didn't give a fuck. I was furious. Yeah, someone closer to you. I wanted to fuck with them more.
See, sometimes I like being a girl because girls will just like tell other girls that like you're like such a fucking
You
bitch.
wrote a
and, like,
poem to Alissa Violet. What the fuck are you talking about? This is bad. At least this was personal to him. Like this was direct.
Hey, you just literally put me on a George Foreman grill and fucking
Look,
cooked me.
I said I'm putting out your kill shot this
Jeff,
week.
good evening.
I had no plans. Nothing. I was just fucking with him. Yeah. Then he finally starts going, Jeff, good evening. Period. And the fucking proper pronunciation. Hello, Andrew.
It's punctuation, but
Now
with a
tell me
different
why you did what you did.
I think you guys could work it out on the remix. I want to see Jeff Wittick.
Can you read
on
what he
Flagrant.
said? Can you read what he said?
Oh, I'm reading.
Read it out loud for the
When we
audience.
first met at the fight in Manchester, you said you wanted to move back to New York. I said if you came, I would help you in any way I could. I meant that. I have hope. I have hope that
Look what
Andrew
I said.
Schultz.
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the rest of what I said. And then you stood me up for our Barbershop episode, but I was nice enough to do your Yes Man Mark's pod. That's because the guy was like laughing along with him when he was telling the joke, so I called him a Yes Man. He was a very nice kid, and I liked the podcast that we did. But what you did excuses none of this.
Okay, I
Now
gave you tickets to my show in Mansion, invited you backstage. I was nice to you because I thought you really wanted to do creative stuff, but not low-hanging fruit drama for clicks bullshit. Okay, I like that you said what you said hurt. It's my life. I think that is the point.
It ain't low-hanging fruit drama. It's my life. What you said hurt. Hold on. I said, now I'm going to make you feel what I felt. I'm such a little fucking drama queen.
You are.
But I'll back it up, though. I will fucking make him feel what I felt. Physically or emotionally. That is an internet. That's an internet threat, not a real threat. That's a... Go on, read.
I'm reading.
But read it. You do Andrew's voice.
After I was kind to you, I said I wanted to help you. Went on my friend Chris's podcast and said a bullshit lie from a comedy hate channel that I told my fans the only way that they could ever see the special was if they bought it, and then I released it on YouTube 2 weeks later for what it's worth.
I said a joke because there was a comedy like.
So then he's kind of saying that like you said a joke and yada yada.
Yeah. So you know those channels that make fun of the.
Can you go faster, Kyle?
So you know how there's like
screen recording.
Oh.
You know how there's like the drama like channels that make fun of comedians, the 6 Joe Rogan comedians that like only got famous because Joe Rogan, and they're all getting like roasted on the internet now, and their podcasts were doing really good and they were doing tours, but really they're just Joe Rogan's friends. What?
You stood me up because of your ego? Absolutely not. You need humbling. You're hurt. No, okay. I won't be. Okay, I've gotten to the gist here. I believe I've gotten to the gist here.
Then he starts backtracking. I actually like that you were being. He said the Barbershop is a good show. I actually like that you were being creative. Dolberg is an asshole for what he did to you. And I said, then why are you siding with him? He goes, fuck him. He's a piece of shit. I said, you're a piece of shit.
So
with the same fake laugh and same yes men. And you're all gonna get it one way or another, and I'm done here.
I really think that there is room for growth here. I really think you guys. I don't know. I could see a world where.
Wait, hold on. I forget this. He said, I feel like you want to be creative. Ultimately, that will give you the most joy in life. I'm sure it feels like the people doing the low-hanging fruit shit get all the success, but they aren't happy or respected.
Yeah, I'm not happy or respected. Shit.
Work your art and feel. Fuck you. I just started saying suck my dick, and then I just over and over again suck my dick, and then go on, and then I just started abbreviating.
I'd rather torture you for life, Jeff.
When did I say that? I'd rather torture you for life.
Oh, I'm reading it. I really do mean, like, I see why you were angry, and I think anger makes us react in certain ways, but at the same time I see that he was maybe understanding he shouldn't have said that, and kind of sided with you, apologized a little. I could see a world where maybe if it fits, you work it out on the remix, and then Flagrant could be a part of your brat summer.
What?
I just realized that I'm wearing a shirt. Oh, I guess I was gonna say with a gun on it and Dolly Parton.
You know what?
But
now that I'm so far past it, I see he was like a little offended by me talking about his trigger. And I have my trigger. We all have our triggers, but my trigger's obviously a lot more triggering because I'm dealing with a lifelong injury that I'm literally
perspective is reality. For someone, a stub toe is the same.
Yeah, I get that. So I'm sure his biggest controversy was the whole he sold his special and then dropped it on YouTube and said he had to deal with Netflix when whatever the fuck happened with that. So yeah, I get it. He has his trigger. I have my trigger, but I said a stupid little thing and he crossed the line way further, and I guess we're both just New York fucking assholes. I heard he grew up in the richest zip code in the country, and he was like a little silver spoon fucking brat. Brat Summer. So,
You know, I've formed some great friendships with some Nepo babies. Some silver spoons can still, I guess, I was going to say I have a work ethic and shit and whatever, and you could see eye to eye on some things. Not to play devil's advocate so hard.
what do you mean see eye to eye?
Literally one eye.
I need to fucking chill out. You know what? I had a brat summer. I was very hostile a lot of times. Very emotional this summer. I gotta admit. You know, I probably could have went on flagrant and fucking talked about it, but you know what?
You were upset. I understand that.
I just the way he went about it was just, you know. But the way I went about it was obviously childish too. You know. What am I going to do? Fucking go after him? He was telling me, like, where's this energy with Dobrik? And I was like, what do you want me to do? Fucking blow my lawsuit?
I think emotional, it's hard. I had to learn a lot in my life because I am just like you. I think I'm... Just when I'm angry, I'm fucking angry. I will say the craziest shit when I'm angry, and then 5 days later, 5 months later, 5 weeks later, I found myself a lot in life being like, fuck, like maybe I could have been more calm about that or said that differently, but I was angry at the time. Like I didn't see through it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I when I was younger, fucked up a lot of shit with people I loved because of that, you know? Mm-hmm. And...
Do you regret beefing with Alissa Violet?
That's an interesting question. I stand by everything I said, but I also can recognize lobbying like a fuck ton of hate on my platform to someone, and I think I just need to be more careful with my platform. Like I don't send it, like I don't want Cancel to just be sending
you
the
got
troops.
An army behind you.
Yeah. And like I was really
an
mad
army
about
of psycho girls that will fucking go
and they're the
after
best.
people.
They're the only thing that keeps me going, but that
sometimes they get mad at me and I'm like, damn, I can't ever
I just don't want to ever feel like I'm abusing my power in that sense, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was really mad about her TikTok, and I stand by everything I said was a fact. You know, everything. But
didn't she copy Brooke bar for bar?
Mm-hmm.
Was that like some like subliminal like?
And I can't lie.
Mastermind shit.
I can't lie.
I think it was like
Funny.
subconscious, like
it was a good beef. It was entertaining. I feel like
you know. I mean, I think maybe. I don't know. She had her diss track era, so maybe like she can look at it like me now. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Like it happened. Who cares?
She's making a diss track on you?
No, she had her diss track era. So like,
oh yeah.
At some point, she definitely possessed like, fuck it. Who cares? Let's move on.
I like that she made that shirt the meanest girl in LA. That's dope.
I think she handled
but you also
a lot
crushed her with the pool thing. You were like, you just want to be at David's pool. That
she just she handled receiving that amount of hate. How else? It's like, I don't know. I'm just to this point with the internet as of late where I'm like, someone gets a bunch of hate for some shit. They see the take. They either change or they don't change, right? Like all the rest of the hate or the same take 1,000 times on TikTok with 1,000 different people. Like, what does that do?
I regret showing that it bothered me so much. That's one thing that like after reading back that, because I forgot what I said to him. I fucking go on rants like that every once in a while. But
that's the thing, being like so like, I don't know, taking the higher road sometimes can have its own benefits. Like I feel like I'm learning a lot about that type of shit this year. I'll definitely look back at this year as that being one of my bigger takeaways, just how to handle things that upset me, or if it's rightfully so, like, you know, even if something's wrong, like even if something is so wrong and I am so right, the way I handle it still affects my life and other people's lives, you know? And
I agree. We have to take everything that happens to us, even the negatives. We got to turn them all into positives. So even this situation, I don't like how I acted towards number 6. No, I can't see. It's always going to be fucking.
Well, I don't get it.
Like one of the 6 Joe Rogan, never been funny comedians.
Oh.
I started calling him number 6 in text. Yeah, Oh yeah, we got to plug that back in.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Look at you, tech woman.
So tech.
That was fucking sick. Yeah, you know, I forgive you. Number 6, it's fine. You know, I apologize for going on Chris's show and pointing out a thing that was your trigger. And I accept your apology, even though that you haven't given me one yet, but I accept it because I know it's coming.
I think sometimes some of the greatest friendships can start as beefs.
Me and Mike started our friendship with beef.
See what I mean?
Yeah, Logan called me out. Logan was like, Jeff Whittick, you want to spar? We could fucking meet up at my house. And then I went off. I was like, I'm pulling up in your house. And I had plans to wait for him to call an Uber. And I was going to pull up with Cody in a black Tahoe. And we were going to be the drivers and have the headrests off and fucking beat the fuck out of both of them.
Well, it's really good that you didn't. Just if I had, like, on a hunch.
But Mike got on the phone with me and he talked it out with me. And then I became, look at me, I'm the third guy on Impulsive. Haven't been on an episode in 8 months. But they still got me in the intro. But that's my own fault because I just don't want to travel to WrestleMania all over the world. It's just too much, you know. And it's like
you've got WrestleMania up here.
It's pointless.
We've got WrestleMania at home.
That's what he said. He said, Jeff, what's fucking good, bro? And then that started a great friendship. So who knows? Andrew and I may have a lot more in common than I think. Hey, I got put on by. I'm basically number 6 of the vlog, number 1 in the vlog squad. I'm fucking moved up quick in that group. But
at the end of the day, if we're doing what makes us happy, comparison is the root of all evil. And
you're the leader of your group. I'm the leader of my group. I got my yes men. I got my yes men back there in the bathroom. Laugh, yes men. Laugh, bathroom boys.
Don't laugh. Don't even.
Look at them. See, they don't laugh. Nick's laughing. He just got his job.
It's because you haven't killed.
He knows he's got to fucking laugh. Nick, you better fucking laugh when you're not coming to the Sphere. You want to go to the Sphere? You want to go to that Sphere? $2,000 a ticket. 2 G's.
You haven't killed Nick's spirit yet. Sorry, I'm such a
Kyle, I'm gonna tear up that paper ticket I got you for your birthday.
Imagine you were just like, Kyle, I'm gonna tear up that ass, and like everything changed.
I'm threatening to sexually assault my employees.
Or like you, like, yeah, maybe you had a crush on it. I
would never.
I would never. Command-Z, immediate apology.
I would never sexually assault my employees. I treat them very well, and they're all happy to be here. That's why they're all still around. Speaking of, Oscar is editing both of our shows, and he works remotely now, and we have a great relationship, and everything's great. And I am happy with the people I have in my life. I know I talked about it earlier. I don't have people that inspire me. But that's because I used to grow up where I was the young kid in the barbershop and I had all older kids around me. It was all older guys. And I had people to look up to like, oh, that's where my life's going to go if I follow this guy's path. This is where my life's going to go if I follow this guy's path. Half those people are dead now. They either OD'd or went to jail.
It is scary when you get to a point in life where
I'm number one.
With that. No.
Tony Soprano says in Sopranos, he goes, you got no fucking idea what it's like to be number one.
But or you just live long enough to see a lot of your heroes become villains, or you know what I mean, or you realize that a path you thought you wanted to go down 10 years ago you no longer do, so that's no longer applicable.
Yeah,
like I agree with that. I understand that.
I just did a movie. I acted in a movie.
I know, as a boxer.
I didn't even really like. I liked it, but just redoing the same scene over and over and over and over again.
That's why I hate that shit.
It's not as fun as this. We get to do the best shit. We just get to sit here and talk shit, start beefs if we want, call my mom about 9/11.
We are both very lucky to have audiences that are so accepting as well of like who we are and rooting for our growth and similar to us, you know? I always just think about that, like all the people with audiences where either the person, the creator's being fake, so they've created this fake audience that thinks they relate to them, but it's like nothing like the person. Like, you know, you must not feel like that would suck to not feel at home in front of your audience for like a million reasons. And we're very lucky, I guess, to have that.
Yeah. I can't believe this podcast went this route. I didn't think it was
today's episode?
Yeah.
I know. I almost feel like I came in hot and then I remembered it was 9/11. I talked to your mom and then I was like, things became more wholesome, but I'm not against that.
I feel like we actually made some progress. Like we did some real good work. It almost felt like a therapy session. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Well, I really missed you, Jeff. I'm going to miss you on tour. I'm going to miss home
I'm coming to the New York show.
Please do. And
you're going to drill me on all the stuff that I never talk about publicly online. And that's going to be a good practice run.
Such a crazy show about
No, we can't.
group you were in.
Yeah, we can't reveal none of it though. Right
None of
now,
it.
no.
Bleep that though. Don't leave.
And I swear, if you Cody called me up there, I am never
what does
speaking
that
to you
mean?
again.
Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I didn't know what.
Elaborate.
If you set me up. Oh, shout out to Zach from H3 made this song.
Yeah, I was gonna say the new outro's.
And Mark from Flagrant. You're a nice guy. You just
I feel like
got
we're
roped in with the
Rainbow
wrong crew.
Room. Jeff FM.
Thank you.
Of course.